Here we go. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of excited. Now, this is actually insane to think about. Do honeybees actually make honey made from poop? And the answer is yes, they do. And today I'm going to eat some. Now, this all sounds crazy. It's hard to believe, but I just got it in the mail today. This is actually honey that is made from poop, and I'm going to eat it because they say it tastes so crazy, and I'm anxious to taste it. What is all this about anyway? How do bees make honey from poop? Because, we know bees make honey from nectar from flowers. So what am I even talking about? I'm talking about honeydew. Honeydew is when bees gather the excrement from things like aphids, and especially what I'm going to talk about today, from the spotted lanternfly. Believe it or not, the early nymph stage of the spotted lanternfly actually uses its mouth parts to penetrate into a lot of plants and trees, and it begins to extract out the sugary substance that are in plants, and then it just poops out that sugary liquid. And guess what? Honeybees capitalize on it, and they go out and harvest that excrement that's from aphids. And today I got some that's from the spotted lanternfly. Now, the spotted lanternfly, if you don't know about it, came into our country at about 2014, and it's native of China. It is an interesting little bug. It's in the order of Hemiptera, so it's in kind of like with stink bugs and cicadas and aphids. And it's interesting because this is really a bad invasive bug that's come into the United States. It's actually in 14 states. It's in Connecticut, Delaware, Indiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Virginia, and West Virginia. I don't think it's in Illinois yet. It may be in some other states too, but it is rapidly expanding. And it's not always good for the plants that it sucks the liquids out of. And as you can see here, I looked up an article from Cornell, and it actually looks like a moth, but it's not a moth. And even though it's called a spotted lanternfly, it's not a fly either. It's about an inch long, as you can see here, kind of a grayish color with spots on it. And it really is something that has garnished a lot of attention in the U.S. A lot of people are actually going out there. Schools, clubs, neighborhoods are actually banding together with all sorts of sprays and tennis rackets and the sole of their shoes, and they're trying to smash as many as they can. My personal opinion is it's a losing battle. These things multiply. They can actually lay, I think, one generation a year of up to 40 or 50, maybe 60 eggs. And these eggs actually overwinter, and the eggs hatch in the spring. And just massive numbers of eggs that are hatching everywhere. So it's going to be really hard to contain at this point. All it takes is for one of them to kind of piggyback on a train or a bus or a car or us, and they just go from one state to the next. But what we're going to look at today is the honey that is actually made from the excrement of this bug, this spotted lanternfly. Now, I'm excited about this. I'm really pumped because so many people have told me that it's a crazy flavor, that it's kind of smoky. So I actually found a place that sells it, and I bought some 8 ounces. It costs a lot of money to buy this 8-ounce jar. And, well, it has to, right? It's not the easiest thing to get. But it's not as dark as I thought it would be. Most people say it's very dark, even dark like buckwheat, but this doesn't look as dark. Now, most people say it tastes smoky, bitter, has a funny taste to it. I'm really curious of what this honey that's made from the excrement of the spotted lanternfly is really going to taste like. This is actually from Pennsylvania, and there's a lot of spotted lanternflies there. So let's go ahead and let's get a taste of this, and I'll try to describe what it tastes like to me. And I have some expectations that it's going to be really crazy. Maybe it tastes like smoky flavor. Now, before I dip my spoon into this rare honey that's made from insect poop, I want to encourage you to please subscribe. Where else are you going to get to see videos like this? So please subscribe and click on the bell. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video so far. Also, I've got a live stream coming up next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So be looking for that. Now let's get into this honey. Here we go. Oh, it's pretty thick. Wow, that's actually not as runny as I thought it'd be, you know, being from like honeydew. But I'll get me a little flavor here and see what it tastes like. Here we go. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of excited. Oh boy. Come on, let me smell it. Ooh, it smells smoky. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. That is, does not taste like honey. I'm going to say that I love it. I'm going to say that it's so strange. It is so unusual. It is so bizarre. It's so out of this world because I've eaten a lot of honey. I eat a lot of honey and I've tasted a lot of different honeys, but wow, this tastes like nothing I've ever tasted before. It's smoky. It gives me the impression that it's smoky flavor. It has a very sharp, kind of a harsh aftertaste that stays with you. It's smoky is the best way to describe it. If you could take honey and not your beekeeping smoke, not smoke from your smoker, but real, you know, kind of some good smoke by a smoking campfire or something, it has that kind of a flavor to it. Let's try that again. That's some. I wish I could describe it better. It's unusual. It's not as harsh or bitter as I thought it would be. Like it doesn't burn the back of my throat like some honey does a little bit, but it just has that real robust, smoky, maybe a little bitter side. To me, it doesn't have any sweet flavor much at all. I don't taste the sweetness that I taste when I taste honey. But I love it. It's expensive. I think by the time I got this jar to my house, it might have been $30 for this 8-ounce jar. That's going to include shipping. So maybe I think this jar is about $12 or $13. But very interesting. Actually, the spotted lanternfly that was actually on the Master Beekeeper test. One of the questions was pertaining to this invasive species in the U.S., and something beekeepers need to know about, and to know if you've never heard of this, honeydew. Honeydew is honey that bees gather from the excrement, the sugary poop of things like aphids and nymphs like the spotted lanternfly. Now, if you want to get a jar of this, there are several companies selling this. So I don't want to at all recommend one over the other. Just Google spotted lanternfly honey, and you'll see some places show up that are probably selling it. That's what I did. So I'll just let you do your own research and find some. Highly recommend you try it, though. It's really interesting. But as beekeepers, and some of you are starting beekeeping in the spring, and I'm excited for you, you just got to know that bees do make some honey that's from poop. There you go. Setting the record straight once and for all. There's a lot more to set straight when it comes to bees. There's a lot of lies that are being told and a lot of misconceptions about honeybees that just aren't true. And Sherry and I made a video, the top 10 misconceptions about honeybees that people get wrong. I want you to take a look at this video right here and watch this, and so you'll know what to tell people when they say it wrong. I'll see you over there.